Oh no. Oh no. Don't worry, I'm not really on fire. But when it comes to smoke detectors, you might be in hot water if you don't know if you're compliant. If you're a tenant, landlord, or looking to buy or sell a property, this is information you have to know. Stay tuned to the end. Check it out. So here's what you need to know. If your home was built after August 14th, 1992, the smoke detectors must be hardwired with a battery backup. No plug-ins, no stick-ons. They have to be wired. But if your home was built before that date, under California Health and Safety Code 13114, you have to have a smoke detector with a sealed 10-year battery. So if you don't upgrade, that means you're out of compliance. Now, what does that mean? So if you're selling your home, you have to bring your smoke detectors into compliance before escrow closes. And when you're filling out the disclosures on your transfer disclosure statement, you can't legally mark yes for compliance if you're not. It's misrepresentation and could open you up to liability. It's a small thing, but it's one of those things that only experienced agents will catch. Now, if you own a property, this is really important for you. In California, if your rental doesn't have properly installed and up-to-date smoke detectors, property can be considered legally uninhabitable under the law. That's crazy, right? Even if you have a smoke detector, it has to be compliant with the new rules. So if the property is uninhabitable, what does that mean? Well, potentially a tenant could legally withhold rent. They could use it as defense against eviction if you try to remove them. So let's say they stop paying rent, you try to evict them. A savvy attorney is going to look at the property and they're going to say, looks like you don't have compliant smoke detectors there, good sir. I don't think my tenant has to pay rent. And check it out, that attorney could even come back and sue you for unsafe living conditions. So while specific public records of tenants using non-compliant smoke detectors as a defense in eviction cases are limited, California law provides a framework that allows a tenant to raise habitability issues, including faulty or missing smoke detectors as a defense against eviction for non-payment of rent. Under California Civil Code 194.1, fun stuff, right?
Fun stuff.
Landlords are required to maintain rental property in a habitable condition, which includes having operable smoke detectors. If a landlord fails to meet these obligations, the tenant can then claim that the landlord is in breach of providing a habitable structure as a defense in eviction proceedings. As an example, if a tenant is facing eviction due to non-payment of rent, they can argue that the landlord's failure to provide a habitable living environment, such as not installing required smoke detectors, justifies withholding rent. This defense actually has been recognized in California courts. So if you're a landlord, make sure you install those 10-year sealed smoke detectors if your smoke detectors aren't already hardwired. And if they are, make sure you have that backup battery. So what does that mean? If you're a landlord and the tenant stops paying rent and they get a free attorney or pay for one, and that's a savvy attorney, that attorney could easily argue that this unit wasn't habitable because the smoke detectors are out of compliance. And that could block your eviction and cost you thousands of dollars in legal fees. It's one of those small little things that can become a big problem fast. If you haven't done so, make sure you're upgrading those smoke detectors now. Now, even if you own a condo and your condo's main common areas all have hardwired smoke detectors or sealed 10-year batteries, your individual unit still has to be in compliance. So you have to make sure you're meeting all those requirements separately. So if you're selling, renting, or just want peace of mind, check your smoke detectors.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!